We are Hebrew Israelites. We do come to preach the truth of the Bible, to tell you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. Hebrew being your language and culture, and Israelite being your bloodline, the genealogy, the seed that you go back to, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. We come to preach the downfall of America as well. But before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to your Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, and His Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh, being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, being the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And we're going to give double honor to our elders and apostles who do well, peace and blessing for the elect. All right, so me and the brother was dialoguing before opening up, and Spirit, got on us to talk about pretty much the trials of our people and how this society is set up against us, right? The curses, the laws, the infrastructure, the social, the economic, and the judicial system, all together wrapped in one, is set up against you Israelites, you Jakes, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. In general, you will never be able to get ahead in the society because everything is set up against you. You got little pockets of our people would make it, rich or whatever, or get out of society, maybe get into the upper echelon, but never on an elite scale. Right. So, and even then, even when you're making multi-millions, you're not safe. Look what's happening to all these celebrities. Somebody you do one thing wrong against this so-called white man's kingdom. We're teaching the truth of the Bible. Telling our people that your true nationality according to the Bible is you're Israelite. By blood, not by religion, not by nothing. They lied to you to tell you you're black. Your shirt black, but your skin ain't black. You know what I mean? They tell you African American. All right, you from Africa, but where at? Africa's a big country with hundreds of big continent with hundreds of countries. Where you from? What part of Africa are you from?
Yeah, but they quick to say Africa.
And you from Africa? Why your brothers and sisters ain't never come get you there? Why do Africans not like us if we so-called African? True.
They been brainwashed.
Well, no, because they know the history.
They're different.
Yeah, they know that we're not them. Because when you go into the Bible goes into the history of how the Israelites, our people, we was at war with the so-called Africans for thousands of years. Yeah. They were damn near our first enemy.
Right, basically, yeah.
What's it?
I'm sorry.
No, you good, brother.
So I'm gonna say, when next time y'all come up this way?
We usually out here around like 6, 7 o'clock every Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay.
One or the other.
Yeah, because I'm actually at work. I'm speaking up.
You good, brother. Look it up, brother. Look it up. Israelite. Who were the real Hebrew Israelites? That's all you gotta do is look that up, and then boom.
You know what? And I would say this last thing so you can get on your way. Basically, in a nutshell, those people that split through the sea with Moses, like just in case you couldn't reference it, those special God's people, that's us.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I know history. I do. So that's what I said. When y'all talk.
But this is your history. That's the difference. They teach you about everybody else's history, but never yours. The Bible is your history book. The white man took it and made it into everything else. They said it was for everybody, but it ain't.
And this really the last thing. For reference, when you out here walking around, when you come across a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Simeon Indian, like the Native Americans, Hispanics, and all, they are all our brothers and sisters. We all from the same people. We're not different at all. We're from the same.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, brother. I'm gonna ride with y'all some more.
All right, brother.
man.
You be safe, man.
All right, man.
Yeah. So like we were saying, this society is set up against our people. That you're playing a losing game. One, we were never meant to be here. All right, this is not our rest. We're only here because it's our punishment.
Correct.
Because we disobeyed the laws of our God. Yep. And therefore he prophesied that he would send us into captivity and we would be oppressed by our enemies if we didn't obey his laws.
Correct.
And we didn't obey his laws. But the reason it's beautiful because the Most High stated it because he knew it was going to happen.
Right.
If the Most High knew we was going to be perfect and righteous the whole way through, he would have never had to state it because he just knew, I'm gonna bless y'all. Y'all follow my ways. I'm gonna bless y'all.
Right. And also why
he wouldn't have had to go into. He would have never had to go into detail of all the curses if it weren't going to happen.
Correct.
It was prophecy. That's why the Most High stated it. All right, he spoke it. He's like, look, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. This is what's going to happen if you don't follow my laws. And I'm telling y'all all these things in detail because you're not going to follow my law. Why? Because you're the flesh, and this is the Most High story. So everything is for a purpose. But look, me and the brother was dialoguing, and the brother was telling me about a situation he encountered in his workplace, going into, like, he just watched the curses unfold right in front of his face, bro. So go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so I was near my workplace. I was able to see a case or so, and it was a younger brother. I would assume so-called Negro, who would know though, but so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, more or less. He pretty much made a bad decision, got himself in a joyride, fleeing from the cops, and then at the very bottom, he ended up damaging a lot of property, other cars.
One stole the vehicle.
Yeah, he stole the vehicle, and he was the driver, and he damaged some property along with he damaged 2 cars and other cars that was parked. And the final real shebang was that he had rear-ended another car, which paralyzed a passenger in the car he rear-ended. And I think that's what pretty much brought him down. But the point is, when I was in the court case itself, they were trying to the little brother was obviously the defendant, and his lawyer was fighting for him to be tried as a juvenile rather than as an adult. And we know if he was a juvenile, it would be a lot more lenient. It comes with a lot more resources and a lot more support in order to develop them to
a lot more mental health
correct
involved in juvenile
100%.
detention versus adults.
Right.
Because the whole purpose of juvenile detention is like it's like sending a psych patient to a behavioral health facility.
Right.
And so they can get mental health, so they can go back into the world and be a part of society.
100% correct. That's literally what they said too, or the reasoning for what they were trying to do. That's perfect. And so and obviously in the opposite end, being tried as a grown man would just be state county prison, state
you
prison.
You gotta be in the prison with grown ass men,
yeah.
17 years old, in prison with real killers.
Killers, yeah.
Grown men is going to take advantage of the young boy.
Absolutely. And I will have to admit, the brother's lawyer did a phenomenal job. He brought up testimonies from a psychiatrical doctor. She broke down things like when a adolescent is about from adolescence to 25 is when the brain develops into a full blown brain, and in return the brain is not capable. Brother was 16, so in that age frame, the brain is not developed enough where it can't understand decisions and also the long-term consequences. That was what they were talking about. So when it comes to an adolescent, their brains are only built on emotion, high dopamine, and right now thrills of excitement. Right. In order to that's what their brains are built on, until it grows into a situation where, like we can do, where as adults we're able to trials and tribulations and also make a decision. But before we do, we think about it,
we analyze and we think about all the aspects of it, long-term effects, short-term effects, cost to enter,
all those different things, and that makes us more wise in order to move forward, to stay out of harm's way or the law. So as the lawyer brought out, that woman, she's like a psychiatrist lady. She was also built on, he was asking questions on why he fits perfectly for the program, how can the program benefit him for his age, and also from his mental capacity and how his behavior is, and also his lack of priors with young boy and none before that. He was pretty much a prime candidate for that particular program. He was perfect for it.
He's perfect for rehabilitation.
Correct. Yeah. So he fit the description, and it was a really smart angle to get the judge to understand that to swing the other way in a positive. Long story short, he also brought once the brother goes through that program, he brought out another brother who was built on clinics for adolescent, younger education, and also to teach him about that 25-year-old brain and try to instill him earlier. It was pretty dope when he said they do. And he also, the question was asked, the one brother named was Dante or something, and it was like, do you feel as though this brother is perfect for the position and to be able to be really rehabilitated back into society? The guy said yes. I mean, if you ask me on everything that's presented, it looked really good and it looked like it was going to work out, man. But then again, we're in Esau's kingdom and we're under the curses, and we know that Esau has a perpetual hatred for us, and so I was able to see that hatred and that power that Esau has in order to easily bring the brother down. So what happened was, after the defendant's lawyer was able to speak and everything I just said, the DA's turn is the opposition of why the kid should be tried as an adult and the things that the young guy did in order for it to pursue it on the negative, or why it should go this way or that way. Long story short, the DA had spoke about the things that the young kid was doing. He brought up Facebook pictures. He brought up, him and his friends, and they had a couple weapons and things of that nature, just to really demonize him in a real vigorous and detailed way. And I also have to say this part too. The judge was also from Esau, so-called white man, and the way he looked was like he wasn't paying attention in ways.
He already was he are predisposed.
Right. Yeah, I just saw it. I was like, damn. I didn't want to assume that, but you can read energy and facial expressions and body language very well. The judge looked like, he had his hand like this, like, okay, hurry the fuck up so I can go ahead and say what I want to say. You can tell he was moving you could tell he was over it. The guy ain't really trying to hear this shit. Then, let me speak this very important aspect. Is how I was able to come to this conclusion that he was thinking and moving this way. The young kid's lawyer was trying to bring up documents of testimonials of people that can consider a lot more, and the judge was like, I ain't trying to hear it because I read all those testimonials already. So if you're going to bring up anything I read already, you're wasting your time. I said, damn. You can tell by
which was probably Cat.
Yeah, Cat, for real. And then the DA was like, objection. These have been answered already. So I said, oh, okay. So that was like cutting the legs off the guy's ammo he was using to create a narrative of why the young boy should be tried as a juvenile. So that was like Esau 101 right there. Long story short, as you can obviously expect, the ruling came down to the young guy being denied, and he is now 17. One mistake, never did nothing before, never had dealt with any cops at all. So with that particular prior record score, you should pretty much like that young boy should get a little slap on the wrist, you would assume.
Yeah.
I think due to circumstances of the guy being paralyzed, the judge said denied, and now the young kid has to be tried as a grown-ass man, which will potentially put him in jail with grown men at 17, which he has no business being in that. And so I'm bringing this testimonial out because it's a clear cut that when I was watching it unfold, it was pretty much we're on the bottom, we're the tail, not the head. Esau's on top. They have a perpetual hatred, and any way they can rob the poor or even the fathers, which young boy did now. I'm assuming didn't have the pot.
Doing shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You ain't have no impactful father.
Not at all.
I should say that because there's some dudes in here. There's a lot of dudes out here with fathers in their lives, but their fathers ain't nobody, bro. Ain't no level.
Yeah. So it was clear to see the scriptures unfold that that we're under these curses and and also in the hands of our enemies for the reason why we need salvation, that is the salvation aspect of it. So I had to bring that out there. It was sad. Young boy made a mistake, but I looked at it spiritual, like, damn, we under the curses for real. Like, a couple was coming to mind. You should want for all things. Yeah. Let me see the oh, my fault. I thought I gave it to the kid. Yeah, so that's my testimony on that one, brothers. Let me bring out this first precept first, because if you're doing statistics as well, I believe America has the highest incarceration rate in the world. I believe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they do, and also, and which we already know, our jails are consumed in the high 80, low 90 range of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. flooded. I rarely see an Edomite, bro, in the jail cells. I rarely see them.
It's a small percentage.
Very small. It's super little.
It's like, it's a little bit of, they don't commit as many crimes. And not even just that, but also they get away with a lot more shit.
They do.
You know what I mean?
They do.
You gotta remember these. I know you brought which one, Isaiah 42.
42, yeah.
Yeah, this is the reason why most of our people reside in the prison.
Which is also another curse that's not in Deuteronomy, but it's a curse.
Which essentially it kind of yields to it because his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
Yeah, correct.
That plays a portion why Jake is
correct.
As a portion of that.
Yep. Isaiah 42. I'm gonna start at Okay, start 22 to the point. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Simeon Indians. You got it, big dog. They are all them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. Beautiful.
That's why they set up these laws and the systems to ultimately trap our people into committing crime. Like, you take all the options away from a man, and you force his hand to what? To do crime. Not all brothers that's in jail are violent criminals. You got brothers that are in jail for selling drugs, right? Because
women,
they try to they're in jail because of women. You know, he said, she said, child support. So many different things that are set up against our people to keep us to keep the fathers out the house. It's all these different tactics Esau utilized to oppress our people and to break our families apart. It's systematic, bro. It all stems from the curses at the end of the day, but the Most High used Esau. And Esau is, Most High gave Esau the sword, that blessing, and Esau is using that blessing to its fullest extent, man. He is not wasting, he's not holding back any power. He's going full power from the rip. Nah, fuck these shit, man. But even though Isaiah 10 tells you that they make laws.
Yeah, I'm about to bring that out too. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. I'm gonna bring on Psalms 10 too. Isaiah 10 and 1, it says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that the widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." Absolutely.
Yeah. They literally set up a judicial system that 99% of judges, DAs, and people in charge of actually executing judgments, right, giving out sentences, are Edomites. And when they see so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans hit their stand, it's balls to the wall. Get these niggas off the street. That's their motto. Get them off the street. Now, granted, you got some judges that are worse than others, but at the end of the day, the narrative still stands, bro. Right? They make laws that basically we can't get by. Like you said, like child support, for example. Like, you could be put on child support, no DNA test required. You could be put on child support, but you could file for joint custody and get denied it just to get put on child support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this woman doesn't have to work, she doesn't have to do nothing, bro. And you get put on child support, all this money, and then you can't afford to, and then the bitch still expect you to come out of pocket and pay for shit, man. Yeah. And then now you back on your child support, and she's calling the cops. Next thing you know, you get arrested because you're a couple $1,000s behind. But it's like, that doesn't make sense because, all right, I'm struggling to pay the child support because this economy sucks. I can barely get a good job. I can't afford to go to college to better my career because of the child support. Now here it is, okay, I'm struggling to pay it because I still got my own bills to pay. And this woman don't gotta do shit but sit at home and collect public assistance. She got Section 8, food stamps, cash assistance, child support, daycare support. It's like, damn. And then here it is. Now I'm coming out of pocket 40% of my check, 50% of my check, and I barely make enough money to pay the bills I got. Scrambling and scraping.
You know, it makes it worse too. It's a known fact that the money don't even go to the child. It goes to the woman,
Goes to
so she
the
can get her
woman.
hair done and nails done and use it for all the things that she don't
Because
even.
it's not regulated.
Yep.
It's just it's like a debit card,
Yep. That's all it is.
and it's used for anything, bro.
Yep.
Whereas those women should have to itemize everything they use. Like it should be like when you use this card, it has to be swiped, and everything has to be an audit. It has to be audited every month.
Like EBT.
Yeah.
EBT can be food. You can't buy
It can't,
regular
it
product.
can be like, yo, you can only buy certain things, and everything you swipe your card for, it's got to show up on the statements every month. Somebody has to review your shit. Whoa.
Or
Wait, hold up.
Relate to the child.
I see you took out a cash withdrawal at an ATM for $200. What was that for?
Right.
Oh, I had the, why couldn't you swipe the card? Oh, I had the, all right, I need to see receipts. And then she can't, boom, 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 fine.
Fine. Yup.
But they're not going to do that. Why? Because it's set up against the men.
And all
And
200
then-
has to be associated with the baby.
Right, and then so then the kicker is a man can struggle, he can be behind, and he can be talking to the woman. He can be, yo, listen, I'm struggling. I ain't got the 300 this week. I got like 150 I can give you. See, da, 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 da. And next thing you know, you get months behind, you get arrested, and you can't pay child support.
Right.
You get arrested for 6 months, let's just say, and guess what? That child support is stacking up. So now you was only 2,000 in the hole. You get arrested for 6 months. You come out and now you're 6,000 in the hole, and the cycle repeats itself.
Yup.
And that's just one example of many.
I got Psalms 10 starting at the top. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts.
And that's going into the wicked, which ultimately goes down to Esau and Edom.
Yup.
And Esau, he doesn't delight in the law of the Lord. He doesn't delight in the righteousness. All he delights is in wickedness and evil. And again, like I said, he was blessed with the sword, and he's using that sword to his fullest potential. He's not holding back no punches, no power, nothing. He's going full force. And Esau has a perpetual hatred against our people, going all the way back to the womb. That's why when the prophecy in Genesis says that there were 2 nations in my womb, and they were born in the womb, bro. So this thing is perpetual, it's forever. This war is not going to end until what? The prophecy of Obadiah be fulfilled, where Esau gets pretty much removed from the face of the earth
Yep.
after they serve their sentence of judgment, right? Which is slavery.
Verse 5, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. For all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And that's going into like how, think of a person that's set up like this, and now they're in rule, and we're on the bottom. We're cooked. Yeah. Now you under that person who think that way. It's a wrap.
Esau is the epitome of ego. All right, but guess what? And pride. But the scriptures say that pride cometh before destruction.
Yep.
So we know that this is going to come to an end. We're just living out our sentence. And guess what? Our sentence is coming to an end. Our sentence is coming to an end very, very soon. All right, but the point is that you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans need to realize that, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans need to realize that this is not your rest. You're always going to be at odds. The best thing you can do in this society right now is, one, first and foremost, serve Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and 2, live a simple life. Stay out the way.
But
But-
there's a point right here. Right.
And then even going into the story, how the dude was minding his business, got rear-ended, paralyzed.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you that if you don't have the Lord, it's fair game. It's fair game, right? The Most High sends out judgments every morning, bro.
Yeah, every morning. And mercy.
It was immersive, but we took a judgment. That was specifically set out for him to be judged.
Yeah, it was.
And it was twofold. It was judgment for the Asian dude, the Ammonite, and judgment for the Jinn.
Yeah, it's all set up for the Lord for whatever purpose. and the one brother, long story, you listen to the live? All right, so long story short, I had a testimony of a Jake brother at 16. He did the crime. He did a joyride. He crashed into a couple property, damaged some cars, and he rear-ended an Uber ride, which a Japanese brother was in there, or Japanese person was in there and got paralyzed and neck down. And then what they were trying to do was, in the court case, the young brother's lawyer were trying to fight for him to be tried as a juvenile rather than an adult, to keep him in the resources that he would need in order to better himself. And then, long story short, it was a Esau DA and an Esau judge, which and the purpose of the testimony was I seen the hatred towards our people and how the judge went about it. He wasn't paying attention that well. He had bad body language. He looked over it. He had the hand on his jaw.
He was ready to just
choke.
Go underneath the jail.
Yeah. And so he denied it, and also the young brother's lawyer did a phenomenal job. He brought out psychiatric doctors and to talk about the age of adolescents to 25-year-old brains, to put them into the
He was
program.
really trying to save
The
him.
judge was like,
he tried.
yo, bro, I ain't trying to hear all
Chalked
that shit.
He was trying to save
And
him
he chalked it
because they don't care about us.
Correct. That's what we're going into. Yeah.
But let it have been Esau. Oh, he was troubled, and he didn't have his father just wasn't around, so he didn't have the support system. Let's put this man in the right support and get him back. Come on, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish this off right here.
I've seen it time and time again.
Here go the point right here.
Question though.
Go ahead.
My apologies.
No, go, brother.
Is the case done?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You know what happened? Like, what was it?
Yeah, so also the brother made a mistake with that, and also the DA also he almost slipped up too. He had the courtroom a little bit round up a little bit. Now it didn't happen, but it was about to when he was talking about how he was relating to the brother on the fact that he had Instagram pictures, Facebooks of him and his friends with rifles and guns with his drawing. But then what he did was where he almost was about to get his ass whooped and whatever. He basically was all like, yeah, you know how Philadelphia is. Blacks would come together, get guns, and they'll shoot each other. He's from a gang called 56th Street, And I felt the tension in the room, like, bro, okay, be careful, bro. You're starting to sound a little racist a little bit.
Who said
The
that?
DA. The DA was
racist.
making this point on why he should be tried as an adult. But as he was speaking, he was starting to go that route where it was like, okay, now, big dog, like, he started to sound a little crazy. And even me standing there, it was like, oh, he's getting a little. And I thought the energy in the room, like, well, where he going with this one? Like, it's getting a little.
He was
bad.
trying to paint a picture.
Yeah.
The picture painted of our people is deplorables.
Right.
Is the cesspool of the country. But that's also. But remember. But we all know. But we all know. Obviously, based on the curses. But we also understand, like, this is why our camp name is Behind Enemy Lines.
Right.
We understand that everything in this society and world is subject to be against us. It is our adversary, right? White people are the devils that the Bible speaks of, and the word Satan just means adversary, contrary of, opposed to. You know what I'm saying? Now, who is opposed to us? Psalms 83 tells us who our enemies are, right? So then if we're in a country controlled by our enemies, what makes you think as a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American man that you are going to get away with anything? Like there is no love for you.
You have to play the game.
You gotta
be like, I gotta be smarter than these niggas.
You gotta be better than that. You gotta be best in class, overqualified, and some.
You gotta draw.
There is
like
no.
we was talking about it with in Philadelphia. You can have a license to carry, and it's not hard to get. You got a clean record.
I got
felonies.
bro. I
got my license to carry.
I never picked mine up.
Bro, I've had my license to carry since 2019. I can count the number of times, and I have a gun. I can count the number of times I've carried my weapon on me.
Mm-hmm. Because for a so-called Black man carrying your weapon, unless you are
in the crib, locked up.
Unless you are part of the law, right? You're part of their system. Carrying a gun for a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man, it's a bullseye and detriment. Because as soon as you get pulled over, they always ask you got any guns or weapons. As soon as you sit here and say,
and they'll know you got a license to carry too. I got pulled over by Abington Police. Abington Police the other day, profiling Abington Police. They always profiling.
I work in it's a lot of synagogues up there.
They don't
but we ain't gonna get into that.
And they have nothing else to do.
Then nothing to do. Same thing like Marlton.
Yeah, it's almost no crime. So they had nothing to do
They have
but
nothing to
pull
do
niggas over.
but harass.
And they run my plates and they can see the owner. They can see how I got a license to carry. First thing they pull me over. Yeah, man. Yeah, I noticed your license plate cover, man. Yeah, it's a little too dark for my liking.
Yep.
Bro. You have any? I see you got.
For my life.
I see you got a license plate cover. I couldn't really read it out. Yes, you could.
Mhm.
Stop lying, bro.
Mhm.
So you got any weapons in the car? I see you got a license to carry. No, I don't. And then just license, like, bro.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Get your for
I've even
nothing,
I
bro.
watched so remember when I filed to go get my gun license? They sent me an email, text message, come pick up your license at the precinct. And literally I was talking to some older brother in my store. I think I told y'all why I never went and picked it up.
Yeah, some. Y'all bring it out again.
Brother, older brother, I was kind of in the store, and I work with a lot of Edomites. So a lot of Edomites talking about how their gun collection. Yeah, I got me, my kids, my daughters. We got all guns. Yeah, we got the Ruger, the this, we got that. And I'm over here. I'm excited. It's a Jake, an older Jake brother. He's sitting here in the conversation between me and these Edomites, right? And when the Edomites left, he kind of told me. He said, "Hey, young brother, let me tell you something, man. That gun ain't gonna do nothing for you." I said, "What you mean?" He said, "Come on, man. You having a gun isn't for your safety. You having a gun makes you a threat automatically. So it doesn't matter if you have a license and it's legal. You're not legal. The Constitution isn't for you, bro. You know, I never went and got my gun license. They called me, texted me, come pick it up. But I said, man, you know what? You're right. Because why would I put myself in a situation? Now, mind you, it is smart to have one in the days that we're in right now. But until we get there, right? Now, mind you, I should go get it. But guess what? Just like how little bro just
grab one, leave it in the crib.
yeah, but mind you, we got guns. That ain't the problem. It's license to carry. A so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man carrying a weapon is a death sentence because they will kill you without hesitation and just say you had a gun. Whether it was, and then when they kill you and you all on the news, oh, a young black man was killed at a traffic stop. The cops are going to say, well, we were threatened for it. We were scared for our lives. It was 10 of y'all and one of him. Did he ever pull his gun out? No. Where was his gun located? In the glove box. So why'd y'all shoot him? Well, we asked him if he had a gun, and as soon as he said, because it's the first thing they do to black people, so-called black people. Oh, I got a gun. Oh, I got a license to carry. Yeah, I got my weapon in the car. All right, put your hands out. You need you to get out the car, sir. They're not even trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. But let me be a so-called white person, and I go, yeah,
you had that shit just sitting in your jaw, like,
bro. I know white. I know white.
Big ass Ruger.
I know white people.
Man.
I know white people who got their they got them little holsters they put right underneath the car joint.
Yeah.
I know white people who literally got their guns sitting right there, and a cop will pull them over.
That's a nice Ruger 8.
That's the new Demon Hellcat. Oh yeah, 16 shots was an 18. Having a whole conversation with him, not even thinking about pulling a gun. But let you be a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American, and you sit here and say, I'm licensed to carry. It's in the trunk, locked up in the case. We're gonna need to see your hands. Don't move, sir. Don't move too fast, sir. Bro, I said it's in the trunk. We don't know if you're telling the truth or not. We don't even get the benefit of the doubt. So for you simple niggas who can't seem to grasp the fact that you have enemies, guess what? When you die and you go to the spirit world and you talk to Yahweh Shem Shah, the Yahweh Shem Shah, I guarantee you're gonna be like this. All the shit I've been told you, this is written for your learning. Nothing in your mindset, critical thinking. I know a brother that got his gun license. Matter of fact, Ant. Ant said every time he get pulled over, they always know he got a license and he always got his gun on him. He said he don't got it in the car. No, I don't got it on me. He leave it alone. You got to carry it like, I ain't got it. Why? Because as soon as you say you got it, trying to be respectful, that's when it escalates.
And
there
he
is,
also knows he can't search his car either.
and yeah, and they can't search your car. But as soon as you say you got a weapon, they're going to think you smoke marijuana. I think we probable cause. We smelled something. It was right here. It closed.
Right here. It closed down. Close to Joe, probably Cotman.
Yeah, Cotman.
Cotman and Large, I think the closest one.
Yeah, Cotman and Large. As soon as you get right here, going into the corner right here on Algon, drive straight. As soon as you hit Cotman, make a right, drive straight. Cotman and Large, you ain't gonna miss it. All right, brother. But yeah, so real shit. So literally, I didn't go pick mine up. I was all excited to go get it because we went to the gun range that one morning. Remember we went to the gun range? We shot an AR and a couple of it.
Remember that experience we had?
Oh, not to mention, great example. I'm glad you brought it up. We went, me, my little brother, and a Ukrainian kid. Ukrainian kid, one of my men.
Probably Jake.
He probably a Jake. Probably a Jake.
Probably.
He moved like a Jake, only date black women. He one of them type.
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
I don't-
Can rap,
Can
can
rap,
ball,
yeah, yeah.
can
Swag.
rap,
Yeah,
can
But,
ball.
but we're gonna leave it at that.
We're gonna leave it at that.
So
You look
he
Ukrainian.
called us one morning like, yo, bro, y'all trying to go to the gun range? We younger. This was years ago. We like, yeah, let's do that. In my head, I'm like, I've only been to the gun range one other time before this. This would be a great joke. We go to the gun range. When we walked in, you already seen the eyes and shit because we went to one white kid, so-called white kid, and, you know, 2 Israelites, right? So we walk in, they ask us what guns we wanted, you know what I mean, all this and all that. And we like, all right, well, yeah, we get that, I think I got like what's it, not the Desert Eagle. I was just happy to shoot guns. We just was like, all right, let's get a couple guns. We picked some guns out. We bought our bullets. We went in the joint. The guy gave us instructions. He said, yo, if you're done with your gun, make sure it's unloaded, unclipped, and everything. Boom.
They give him like
A little basket and carry it. Fine. I went, we all in there was shooting, boom. I used up all my bullets. So I listened to what the guy said. I took the clip out, cock back, open, no bullets you could see in it. Nothing, literally, there's nothing in the gun. I got that, literally, it took no more than...
The basket was like on the, we had three booths. The basket was on the booth all the way over here. I'm in the middle, this brother on the left.
Yep.
So, mind you, before we get to that part, remember the Edomites that came in with their own rifles and shit?
We had these, let's backtrack, but this is what they're, but look, listen to this is how much they're threatened by us, and when they were the ones with all the guns.
Right.
These Edomites with camos came in with their own rifles with fucking,
You know,
long-ass
the typical
go hunting.
camo shit,
Yeah,
hat,
you know,
boots and shit,
Proud
jeans,
Boys,
yeah.
Proud Boys, right? They walk in, we see them, we catch eyes. I'm like, oh shit! I see they got they duffel
Big
bags
ass
and big
duffel.
ass rifles. I'm like, oh shit! We like, oh, all right. So I'm like, all right. I'm watching them. And all you hear they shit go off, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, God. I'm over here like this. I finish all my bullets, so I do what I was told. I took the clip out, put the clip down, opened it, closed, boom.
No, you're missing the point. You're missing the part.
No, I'm like,
Even before that, when they came in, remember the bull was taking his rifle out the bag, and he was looking up at us like,
oh yeah.
putting his shit together like, he like, I wish you, nigga, I wish you would.
He took his rifle out the bag. He taking it all slow. He looking at us and shit.
Like,
I'm
nigga, I
talking.
wish
He
you
had
would.
some shit like this. We like,
Bro, he literally had the nigga, I wish you would.
I wish you would, nigga. Like he had one of them
Literally,
faces.
bro.
So we sitting here going, all right,
All right.
I already was feeling it. So what I do is I clear everything out, pop, and they too still have bullets left. I literally it took me maybe 30 seconds. Click, 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 click. Looked at it. Yo, this is a nice gun, man. And literally, 5, 4, 3, 2. I got my headphones on. Some white Edomite come in. Boom, 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 boom. He yelling. All I see is you got the muffs on, so you can't hear shit. He all in my face, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I took the earphones off, which you're not supposed to because the gun shots were going off. I'm like, he's like, yo, motherfucker, put the gun down, motherfucker, put the gun up, no, motherfucker. I'm like, for somebody, he literally said to me, you should have put the gun up before somebody takes it the wrong way and shoots you. I said, what? I go, mind you, this is how they know they was wrong. Now I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm like, these racist motherfuckers. Now, obviously, I wish the Yahushua did pull up and I could load the clip. Get all the motherfuckers, but you can't, right? So guess what? We go out the front to finish paying the rest of our bill or whatever. We come to the front, and then I talked to the one person who was behind the booth. I said, yo, man, your partner, whoever it is, yelling at me and all that. Trying to talk about all this other shit and somebody gonna shoot me and shit. He said, what was wrong? He said, I had the gun. I said, yo, the gun was like, and I showed him. I picked up the gun out the bin and said, it was like this. No bullets, no clip, no nothing. And even his face was like.
And he was like, yeah, man. He said, my bad. The other dude said, my bad, man. I just didn't want nobody to shoot you. And he was just so he said, you know what? I can see that happening around here.
I said, you know what? I can see that happening around here. And I knew he knew what I was talking about. Right. Yeah, one of y'all was shot me because of the color of my skin. Right. Not because I did something wrong, but because y'all seen me with a gun in my hand when you had these fucking hillbillies with fucking ARs with fucking skinny clips and fucking this motherfucker had the fucking.
You got a fucking 14 clip.
I got
9mm.
9mm. What the fuck am I gonna do with it? It's only 2 Israelites in there, and everybody else was fucking Edomites. The fuck? We was outnumbered.
In a gun store.
In a fucking gun store.
Range, bro.
In a gun range.
It was always a gun store.
But guess what? But that was proof of.
But the
how,
point that you're in a gun range.
When we went to,
I think it might have been
Delaware
St.
Valley,
Yeah,
bro. I never went back there ever again.
Yeah. We went back this past year or whatever. But and then he wound up spazzing on. What?
The better joint is the one off of Frank.
He's got another Edomite.
He spazzed on another Edomite.
He did fuck up though.
But the Edomite was drawn.
Yeah, he was wrong.
That motherfucker was drawing. He had some, bro. This
pointed it off the
motherfucker.
range.
He put it off the range. He moved his gun around like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, he
Motherfuckers
did.
looking at him like, dog, you crazy?
White boy came through a draw.
He kept, but no, because he drawed on him like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? But see, that was warranted.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
warranted.
yeah.
Me, I
Yours
didn't
was, yeah.
bro, I'm talking about literally, bro. Mind you, the gun wasn't even up. I had the gun like this
Down.
in my hand like this, and I'm like, fuck. I said, motherfucker, what the fuck is going on? But it's all good. We see how quick they was talking about shooting me, and I wasn't even the one with all the weapons.
Right.
So what makes you think you little YNs, you Philly YNs, you
Jam
around
dance.
with your ski mask on, your poo shiesties in the heat, walking around, and you got a little hammer on you, bro. When Jacob's trouble happened, that's why it's called Jacob's trouble. They are coming for you. You. They're not coming for anybody else but you.
Them Proud Boys going to unite in that day. They gonna.
Oh, they gonna be, bro. You seen the first
coming,
Purge?
They coming up north. Yeah, we gonna.
Oh yeah,
hunt some
yeah.
niggas.
Let's go down in Philadelphia, down North Philly and shit. Just remember, they're gonna be out there shooting. All they don't have no aim. They don't really know. They're gonna be shooting like this.
A lot of them gonna take an LC though.
Well, we know that.
Yeah.
But that's why it's called.
Gunfight shit,
But see, but the Lord
It's
called
gonna
it.
be like.
I didn't
But
see
the-
that one shit though.
But hold on, it's not even about that. The Lord called it Jacob's trouble for a reason. Hold on, the Lord called it Jacob's trouble for a reason.
So
Bro.
make it a lose-lose
If
battle.
it's,
Remember,
if it's
two-thirds
30,
of our people have to be
30
knocked
v
off.
30, if it's 30 v 30, 30 niggas in the hood versus 30 Proud Boy Edomites that been shooting since they was in diapers.
So,
Bro, they might even get one casualty on
Like
their
a
side.
straight bullet,
Maybe
bro.
a straight bullet, maybe.
Hey.
So,
But them, bro, we
bro,
seen
these
it.
Yo,
bro.
and these motherfucking Edomites be having fucking.
It was paintball.
They be having fucking. First of all, they be having the Molotovs. They be fucking having grenades. You see a white way, right?
Dots.
Yeah, we got some grenades, man. Yeah,
I ain't getting back. I'm not getting to the story. But me and Samak was on 18. We stopped
Bro,
to watch
watch
this shit.
it. Yeah, bro,
That
they-
shit was so fucking drawing, bro.
Well, because remember, that's
Nigga,
also
yeah,
that's
we
also
just
their
sitting there
blessing.
like-
That's also their blessing.
Yeah, bro.
This is what.
Jake-
This is why.
Jake-
This
Jake-
is
Jake-
why.
Jake-
This is why the Lord. This is also why the Lord. Now. After you just said what you gotta say, this is why the Lord says He's going to send the archangel Michael to go and defend their habits. Why? Because it's going to be an onslaught. Our people are going to be falling like fucking birds in the air. Boom, 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 boom. Bro, it's going to, the death toll of us going to be 10 times higher than Edomites. You wanna know why? Because the Lord is going to give us our glory. Our glory is when His couple glories here. The Valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahushua's glory by Himself, right? Hunting in the clefts of the rocks and hunting around the world, it's going to be our glory. But the Lord's ultimate glory is, remember, it says that His sword shall be bathed in heaven. His sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's the ultimate glory. He wants that super. So instead of we all might get popped on this land, but remember the land cannot be cleansed unless the blood of those who shed the blood. So the Lord is going to allow them to kill a lot of us, so it's even more justified when He fucking bathed that sword in heaven. Yeah, now y'all going to take this ICBM nuclear onslaught. All y'all going to perish. The only ones who are going to be the remnants of your race are going to be your elites, and they're going to go through fucking super chattel slavery.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the glory. So, but for you young niggas out here, that's out here playing for keeps. You out here on some dumb shit, running around on social media with your guns all. Bro, these motherfuckers, bro, is mobilizing. They got all y'all on a CIA watch list, and they already know where the guns are, what blocks y'all on, and what to hit. So when the real purge come through, which is Jacob's trouble, it's going to be sport for them. They're going to be like, all right, yo, remember the CIA website? Remember, come here, once you think the CIA ain't going to
They're
be working
gonna
with
hire
them? They're going to
hire little mercenaries.
Hire
Like, yo, we know you
mercenaries.
guys want to get busy.
All right, well, listen, I just want you to know this is the kind of weapons they have down here. A couple Berettas, a couple ARs, stuff like that. They got a couple switches and stuff like that, but you guys, way more
You're
advanced.
trained.
You're trained for
They
this.
going in there with
They're going to come down. Get that, because he knows he has but a short time, he's going to come down like with a great flood.
Stars and shit.
The one that's going to come back up.
What you need?
No, I quoted it, but you can.
Yeah, I'll be finish this real quick. Psalms 10 starting at 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor, and when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten, he hid of his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore does the wicked condemn Yahweh? He has said in his heart, thou would not require it. And thou hast seen it, that thou hast behold, mischief despite, he requited with thy hand, the poor committeth himself unto thee, and thou art a helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked, and the evil man seek out of his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. Lord, thou hast heard the desire of thy humble. Thou wilt prepare thy heart. Thou wilt cause thy ear to hear, and to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress.
And that's what it's ultimately going to come down to. Esau is going to get all his shit out, and then the Most High is going to send Yahweh Shai's angels to cast his place down. And it's going to be a judgment on the so-called blacks and Latino Native Americans, 2/3 of our people, and also Esau Edom himself. I'm from you regular Joe Schmo Edomites all the way up to the elites. And obviously, like the brother said, the elites are the ones that are going to survive the nuclear missiles. They're going to survive Jacob's trouble. But a lot of you Edomites and heathen are in America.
Yeah, the low hanging fruit won't be wiped out.
Y'all gonna be done. Most of y'all gonna be done.
Most y'all gonna make it through Jacob. And if you make it through Jacob's trouble, we already know you're gonna take the chit. So you already gonna get that, that second death.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Them ICBM nuclear missiles, because the Lord ain't got nothing to do with you. Mind you, and also you gotta understand something. Esau, it's levels to Esau. It's a hierarchy to Esau. Just like it's gonna be a hierarchy in the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna be a hierarchy. It's a hierarchy on the earth right now with Edomites. The rich Edomites don't give a fuck about you peasant Edomites. Right? They use y'all to go against us. They like, all right, we got to make sure they keep looking at them so they won't look at the fact that we're the reason why they still poor too. Because how you in your own country and you poor? How you in your own country and you homeless? How you in your own country and you fucking strung out on opioids and shit? How you in your own kingdom and you literally are at the bottom of the total point with the rest of us?
I see that every day, bro. Every time I get an Edomite patient that got to go to a psych facility.
Last night,
shit, bro.
Last night. Let me tell you how I went for a run last night. A little 2-mile jaunt, right? And as I'm running, these two strung out Edomites walking up the street right here. I was running up the street, they walk up the street, and they looking at me. I'm looking at them. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Y'all gonna die, and I'm gonna rise. It's simple as that, man. Brother said, I keep thinking about the conversation y'all had about the gun situation. I carry one myself, but not in a carnal way. I got pulled over twice down here. Yeah, but listen, brother, we're not telling you not to have a sword, because remember, even Peter and them had swords. I'm not telling you not to have a sword.
And also, Yahweh Shah told them to go have a sword as well.
Exactly. You're supposed to be able to arm yourself, man. Like, you understand something. Protection is protection. Now, if you out here on a carnal shit where you out here looking for trouble, that's a different thing. But you out here only thinking about protection, because we're in a day and age where the modern day sword, the gun, is prevalent. Literally, it's almost to the point where you don't want to have any kind of altercation with any man on the street, because you don't know who got a gun. Because most people got guns, and the only thing that deters a person with a gun is another person with a gun. So I'm not saying that you not having one is not good. Just be very mindful that you're behind enemy lines. That you having a gun is also,
when you have your gun, you have to be even smarter.
You got to be smarter. When you got it on you, that's the last thing you grab for.
Like, you got to be in a situation where, because this is the problem with these little jakes, they get their gun and they give them confidence, and they look for problems. Anytime you nigga, I will shoot. You need to have your gun on you, and you need to let that be less confidence, if anything.
Yeah, like when your gun should give you extra fear. Yeah, like damn, I don't want to have to use this. Like, I really want to keep doing my life.
He's like, yo, bro, got it. Don't worry about it. But and it's like you trying to deter a situation 2 times more. Because you know you got the gun.
You know you got it on you. But you also got to remember this. In the court of law, you are already 10 levels underground. It's not a fair trial for you. Even if it was one of them things where it was caught on camera, somebody pulled the gun on you and you pulled out and shot him. They're going to still try to find a way to sue you, to make it seem like you did excessive force, even though they see a person pulling out on you and you quicker to the draw, you bang. They go, well, did he shoot first? You did. Well, motherfucker, I was afraid for my life. At the end of the day, you're not white. And because you don't have that complexion for the protection,
And you say you in a racist town, bro.
Yeah.
Down in Florida at that,
yo,
too, bro.
but the good thing about but one thing I would say, good thing about Florida is, man, stand your ground laws
Stand
down
your
there.
ground.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
PA, we don't have a
We ain't got that.
We have to the castle.
You know, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Because you're down there, definitely have it on you, right? I think don't they got open carry down there?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
might-
yeah,
they might,
yeah,
yeah.
they do.
Well, then if you got open carry,
Texas, they got open
yeah, I
Texas,
think I don't know about Florida. I could be
Georgia,
wrong, brother. I'm not
Georgia.
sure.
Mississippi, all that. Yeah, they all.
But all I'm saying is this: understand that the law was not created for you. The policing system was not created for you. It was to police you and to control you. Remember, what was the first police? Who were the first policemen? The slave patrol.
Runaway slave patrol.
Actually, y'all seen the movie Emancipation with Will Smith? Go watch it.
Oh yeah.
He's running him, how he's running from the slaves, and then they had the fucking slave, the dogs going after him and all that.
Yeah.
That was the original cops. Original cops was the slave patrol. Understand, that's what it was about. And then the actual judicial system that was created to what? To be able to control the black and brown populations because slavery was over. So if they couldn't put us in fucking chains, they had to figure out another way to put us in chains. So they do it in the legal way. They change the laws, redlining, and all these things to put you in a hole. Understand that. Once you understand that, use your wisdom. The Lord tells us to use critical thinking. When you got your hammer on you, brother, I'm not telling you not to have it. Just when I say last resort, last resort. Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right? But I'm not going to lie. I'm a warrior at heart. It's either me or you. So if it come down to it, brother, and you got to me or you, let the Lord deal and let the Lord be with you, man. And do what you got to do. Because in Jacob's trouble, I'm also going to make this very clear. Brothers going to be catching bodies.
100%.
Because it's going to be all-out mayhem.
Yeah,
It's going to be
yeah.
you and your family versus your adversary. Psalms 83 tells us who your enemies are. You think your enemies don't know that you're their enemy? You don't think Ham don't know your enemy? You don't think Moab don't know your enemy? You don't think Ishmael? Literally, as I speak, Ham, Moab, and Ishmael walked right out.
Anybody you want mine,
That was signs following. I literally just said Psalms 83, and literally as I speak,
oh shit,
Moab, Ishmael, and Ham walked out at the same time.
that's crazy. I just saw this now.
If I would have turned the camera, y'all would have been like, oh shit. And as Yahweh liveth, that's just what happened.
Wow.
Right? So what I'm trying to get you to understand is, yeah, exactly. Because they know who you are. They verbally come out. Ham has verbally come out and said, we are not them, they are not us. We are, yeah, and then mind you, we had a Hamite at our last camp, and he's like, yeah, we know. He literally said, we know y'all enemies. I'm not y'all. I know where I come from. I know that me and you are different. I'm like, okay, cool.
So I can trace my shit back like 1,500 years.
It's cool, and I'm all right with that.
Yeah,
That's just, but I'd rather them be in upfront about who they are, so we know exactly who the enemies are, than to fake it and act like you one of us just to try to blend in, which most of them do.
Right.
They'll try to act like they us until they get around us. You ever notice they love our culture, they love acting so-called Black American, but as soon as
A real one comes.
a real one come around, oh man, these motherfuckers, man, yo, they swear they using the N-word and shit. Yo, you a Hamite. I don't believe an African should be able to use the fucking N-word.
No shit.
Whoa. Was your people called nigger? Even though the word just means dark.
Dark.
But
But in a negative connotation state. Were your people enslaved? They're like, no, my people were enslaved. I know where I'm from, the Congo. All right, motherfucker, then shut the fuck up.
I agree.
But just understand, brother, in Jacob's trouble, you will be catching bodies, whether you like it or not.
Oh,
because
yeah.
the Lord is going to, listen,
Oh yeah.
remember, the Lord is a man of war.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to test us. Our spirit, some brothers is probably not going to get touched or messed with because the Lord is going to have a different kind of grace on them. Other brothers got to go through proving grounds. Some brothers, the Lord probably you're doing your work, but you kind of act lukewarm once in a blue. All right, Jacob's trouble head, I want to see you really call upon my name. The Lord going to test you.
He'll make sure you get the W.
Yeah, he gonna make sure you get the W if you pass the test.
Right.
Like let's say you're back against the wall. The Lord only wants to hear you say, Yahweh Shemi Al Shah, help me. Call Yahweh Shemi Al Shah. And then it's like,
David and Samson are the best ones.
matter of fact, I'm perfect because it called Samson prayed to the Lord that he give him the power so he
the
can.
worst time
At
ever.
the worst time. And remember, with
Yeah.
a donkey's jaw, he went, was 1,000 men?
1,000.
You understand, bro? You ever get in a fight with one person, and then after like 2 minutes, you're like,
Gas the fuck out.
huh?
That's what I be saying,
That's
bro.
one man.
That's
bro.
one man on 1,000.
One
bro.
man, this man with a donkey's jaw, and they got swords and spears and shit.
Yeah.
And he out there, come on.
Bro.
So the
You
Lord
can't
is
tell me
going.
that's spiritual power.
It's spiritual power. That was
Bro.
spiritual power. You know,
Spiritual reflexes, spiritual
that was
strength.
it wasn't the Samson
Spiritual-
who pulled down the pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was spiritual power. Remember, these
Yeah,
pillars are
bro.
made of stone.
David was strong like that.
David was jumping over fucking walls,
Yeah.
bro. They did a study on how high walls were in kingdoms back in the day because of sieges. Bro, this man was jumping 30 to 60 feet.
Yo, motherfucker
This
swings-
man was on some
Yo, motherfucker-
Basically,
That's-
jumping in this building
Yeah,
right here.
Higher
jumping
than that.
John.
higher than that. He was probably jumping up there, grabbing onto a ledge, and throwing himself up with his sword coming down like. Remember, it said David killed tens of thousands.
Yeah.
The ultimate anime, David was doing.
And he was super agile like a cheetah too.
Yep. It wrote that shit.
Deer,
was
yeah.
some
Moderate deer.
Moderate
Yeah,
versus
it was some moderate
That-
shit.
that's-
Yeah.
brother,
That's
that
David
was
right there.
perfect.
That's David right there.
So just
yeah.
understand that, brother. Like it's going to get real. Some brothers going to get tested where you're going to have to put somebody down to stay alive. But you got to trust in the Lord. Everything's going to be through the Lord. Remember when the Lord talks about killing, there's a righteous kill, and then there's
murder.
actual murder.
Murder, yeah, yeah.
Right? If you at war and someone's trying to kill you, but you kill them, that is not murder.
That's part of the game.
That's part of the freaking game. That's the opposition. That's like, all right, me or you. Because if you don't shoot, I guarantee that person gonna shoot. Especially when your color don't match the protection. You know what I mean? You ain't got the pigmentation for protection. So people, your skin color is gonna be a bullseye like it is now. Think about it. You walk down the street in a city, right? You live in a racist town. You drive to the diner. You minding your business. You just want to get yourself some eggs and some beef bacon. But as soon as you walk in, because of the color of your skin, everybody doing what?
Everybody get quiet.
Looking at you. Why? Because, and I guarantee you, if we could read minds, you'll probably hear him eat him like talk. I wish I could kill him and lynch him now. What is that nigger doing in here? I wish I could kill him.
And you ain't do no wrong.
You ain't do no wrong but walk in and try to spend some money.
Hey, how you doing?
So, brother, so just understand, man, I'm not telling brothers not to have swords on them. All right? But also understand that the ultimate sword is what? The scriptures. Let's not lose sight. Because if the Lord is with you,
Who get that shit?
who could be against you? And you don't need it.
Need that shit.
You're not going to need it. The Lord also said he's going to send the Archangel Michael to go defend the inhabitants of who? Jerusalem. Why? Because it's going to be so much bloodshed going on that the Lord is going to have to, he's going to have to actually get in the middle of it. They're going to kill all my people. Remember, it says, I'm going to speed the time for the elect's sake, or there shall be no more flesh left to save. Why? Because so many people going to die. 2/3 of our people, 66.6%. Look at that number. 66.6666666 guys has to be cut off and dies. Bro, that means 2 out of every 3 people.
Yeah, gotta go.
Period.
Gotta go.
2 out of every 3 people gotta go. That's of our people. We're not even talking about the bloodshed that these people are going to be doing to each other and judgment going out. So, brother, yeah, I'm not telling you not to have a weapon.
Total was way more than that.
I'm not telling you not to have a weapon, but your ultimate weapon is the scriptures, man. Being under the shadow, get that, being in the shadow of the Almighty. So I get,
You know, let me read this first because it's my because it's so prevalent.
Yeah,
I'll
go.
bring Psalm 91. Psalm 34 and 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him and delivereth them. And I don't need a breakdown.
I don't need a breakdown. Simple. You fear the Lord, the angels, the Most High's angels going to deliver you.
because
They going to camp around. That means you got angels like this with you right now. You don't even know.
and what's
You
crazy,
You fear the Lord.
and matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all a little quick
Angel
little joke.
convinced.
I said this to Ant earlier. So we going over to Asia in November, and my dad like, yo, I ain't trying to take no Arab Airlines, Emirates or nothing, bro. I ain't trying to go over to the Middle East. I ain't trying to be in Qatar or nothing. And I looked at it and I said, why does it matter? They couldn't understand my faith because I believe in this. The angels will camp around those that fear the Lord. That plane ain't gonna go down if we on it. The Lord ain't gonna have nothing go off in that airport because we in it. We gonna make it there and back
Yeah.
because
Hey, Samak said that last trip, the trip before, he said, yo, everybody's safe for it because we on it.
yeah, real talk. And that's when we believe that
Yeah.
because the scriptures say it. That's the kind of faith you gotta have. But my dad was like, hey, look, we want to try to do Asian airlines. I said, but Dad, isn't Asia about to go to war with Taiwan? And if Taiwan goes to war with China, isn't America going to get into that? Isn't it still going to be war everywhere? Remember, it's World War III. It's all nations. So why are we worried about landing in Qatar or Kuwait? You know what I'm saying? When the people who bombing over there is America.
Plus, you also gotta look at it too. We flew Kuwait Airways last time.
Qatar.
Like
Qatar.
Qatar.
Well,
no,
yeah,
it's Kuwait.
it was Qatar, but we
Kuwait
landed in
Airlines that landed in Qatar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it's Qatar Airlines landed in Kuwait, and then we landed.
Correct.
No, it's whatever. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Because we was in the Middle East.
But 85% of the plane was fucking Ishmael, Elon.
Yep.
And remember,
So,
remember,
even by that logic, it don't make sense because a lot of the motherfuckers that are coming from JFK, going over to whatever, Qatar,
that's
are
their- that's
leaving,
their
they're
own
going back
people.
home.
That's their own people. I understand what you're
It's
saying.
their own people.
It's their own people. So they,
And then who was bombing those people? America.
Yeah, okay.
In Israel. So we get caught up on a plane and America kills their own citizens. How is it going to look?
Yeah, correct. Well, it's a double whammy. It's their own people, and also we're on it. Because remember when Abraham pleaded to the angel on the fact that if he was going down numbers of Sodom and Gomorrah, he's like, yo, if at least 5 of them, if I find 5, then that whole joint is cool. But they couldn't. So even
He
5,
said 1.
and even just 1 was in there, and they would have kept it cool.
Mind you, this was Yahweh himself though, too.
True, you know what I mean?
No. I mean, like this is the one
Yeah.
that don't play.
Don't play,
Remember,
right.
Yahweh Shai is mediator.
Remember, Abraham-
Yahweh is like this.
Abraham was the Lord's friend, so he's like, all right.
Exactly, because of who Abraham was. That's the only reason we got it. That's why. Remember.
That's why Allah survived.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
his little,
Remember, the Lord was not going to destroy it all, but then looked over there and was like, "Oh hell no! Hey yo, you better go get whoever you need to go get, because I'm fucking this shit
all
up."
the way up.
I mean, mind you, Sodom and Gomorrah were just 2 cities, but it was the neighboring cities that went with it. Do you know how many people died?
That's a lot, bro.
That's why they thought. Remember, that's why the Moab and Ammon was born, because they thought that it was the end of the world, that
yeah.
no one else lived, because all the cities were not. They're like, all the known cities of the world are gone.
Well,
All
that's
the-
like,
Because they said we need to give our father an heir, thinking that they was never going to see people
People
again,
again, yeah.
or they don't know how long it was. till it was-
Yo, what y'all want to call that? Heavenly like nukes? 'Cause that was fire from heaven that made
No,
the heat so
no.
crazy like brimstone, bro. That was fucking scary.
That was heavenly news.
Heavenly like nukes.
The reason why we know that is because remember, they turned into a pillar of salt.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
a lot of
how
heat, bro.
hot
That's a lot of heat, bro.
something has to be to get it back to its normal form.
Yeah, that's a lot of
salt.
heat.
Bro, the Lord wasn't playing. So we
Cremation takes process.
exactly, everything takes time, but the Lord was like, no, get rid of it. And I don't want a remnant. I don't want DNA left. I want nothing. Anybody come in this land, mind you, to this day it's radioactive. To this day, around that area, they find salt pillars. Remember that with that famous salt pillar at the top, and it looked like a woman that was it literally shows like a woman
Yeah, I saw that.
petrified in salt. And
Like a lot white.
and then they came out there with the little the radioactive joints, and the radiation was so high. They like, damn, it had to be what? Nuclear in some kind of form. Because the Lord was not playing with it. But understanding all of this, we understand that, we are divinely protected if we're doing what we're supposed to do. Right? Having a weapon, your weapon is only, mind you gotta understand something. Your weapon is only going to save you if the Lord allows it. Because you could have a weapon on you, and you might go ahead and kill this person, turn the corner, and get killed by another person.
Or pull it out, catch a bullet, and then use it at all.
Yep. And then somebody else take your gun and keep it moving.
Keep it moving, yeah.
Or by you not pulling out the gun at all, saved your life because it made the person who was about to kill you or shoot you go, all right, well, he not a threat. And keep it moving.
Right.
You gotta, use wisdom. Just gotta use so much wisdom. But at the end of the day, man, the Lord is the author of life and death, and all that power is in His hand. So all you need to do is fear the Lord. It says, why fear the one that can kill the body? You should fear the one that can kill the body and the soul, right? Because if you fear the Lord and you're doing what you're supposed to do, there's not a hair on your head that can be touched by any enemy. And that's what you got to understand. And by trusting in the power like that is what's going to get you probably spiritual power and the honor and glory to go hunting when it's time to hunt. Ever get that? I will send you many fishers, but then I will send for many hunters. Get that? This is what I mean by that. Because this is honor and glory. Because what is glory? What was glory to a man in the scriptures? It was head hunting. It was war. Literally. Go ahead. No, get it.
Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
That's your glory that the Lord is bestowing upon you if you stay faithful until the end. Because the end, I'm not talking about when the kingdom of heaven is ushered in. I'm talking about you get on that chariot. The end is when you on that chariot.
That's it. Yep.
Once you on it, bro, you all of a sudden you get transformed and twinkling of an eye.
So, that's the end.
Bro, you at the end. And then guess what? The Lord is going to bestow a great honor on you, and that's to become a hunter. Hey, I made you a fisher, and you passed all of that. You endured, my son. Now, go get your glory and your lick back. Remember the motherfuckers that put all them decrees to put your people
The
down?
Lord gonna give you a hit, download a hit list.
He gonna download a hit list and said they're over in
GPS
Switzerland.
locations.
They're over in Switzerland in the bunkers. They're over in this place in the bunkers. Also in America, the lake of fire ain't gonna hurt you, so you could dive straight into it, get through, break down through all the mountains in the ground, and go get them out of them underground cities that's under there. Oh, by the way, there's there's underwater cities too that connect everything. Go hunt them there too. That's why it says hunt them out of the clefts of the rocks and into their hiding places. Bro, you think, oh, you want that honor. Remember, get that faith is the patience of saints. Those are the two-edged sword. Yeah, get that real quick. This is the proof of that honor, right here. And then after that, we can close up with this one actually. This is the honor that you want, man. You want to be a part of this number right here.
Psalms 49, I'm starting at the top. Praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and the harp.
So this is us being thankful that Yahweh Shah came back and saved us, that we made it to the end, right? This is us being happy. We saying, oh, we out here, this is that party, right? But guess what? Work's still not done. Go ahead.
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Mm-hmm. See, you're going to beautify us with salvation, right? That new spiritual body, that immortality, right? Death is swallowed up. Literally having power to trample anything, control the elements, be able to be literally many Yahweh Shahs. Go ahead.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and the two-edged sword in their hand.
To do what?
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor hath all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh.
This honor has all his saints. And we can leave it at there. Literally what I said, the scriptures follow. Anything I said was through the scripture. So you want that kind of glory. You want to become a hunter, right? Be faithful unto death. And the Lord said, I shall give thee a crown of life. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'Harakat, B'dash. Shalom to the elders and apostles. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom, brothers.